Hello, I'm Dominic, founder of SmartCatholics. I'd like to share with you what SmartCatholics is, where it's going, and how you can help. Here's the thing. In the first world, we're the most relaxed and wealthy people on the planet, probably in the history of our species. But many of our secular geniuses think that the answer to world problems is to be less human, or to have less humans. Or to get off world and go start again on Mars. But here's the thing is, bad eggs here are going to be bad eggs on Mars. So the answer is to be more human, not less. The answer is to be like the perfect human, Christ. The goal, what needs to happen is we need to be more compassionate, we need to be more joyful, and we need to be more understanding. For those who are familiar with Jeff Cavins and his Bible timeline, he created this phenomenal piece of work to help us realize we've lost the point of the Bible. We don't know how to talk about it. We don't know how to share it. And the same thing is true about being Catholic. We've lost the point about why it's there at all and why we're punching in and why we should be sharing it. We've all turned into basically bystanders with smartphones, and we're just kind of filming sort of the trauma that's happening in the world all around us. What we're called to be are first responders, using our smartphones to create community and to solve problems. So here's my vision of the future and why I'm building Smart Catholics. We need Catholics who love life and aren't hunkered down in fear of an apocalypse or afraid of the modern world. We need Catholics who have confidence in the truth and just aren't that, the embarrassing family member who just won't quit or is too shy to ever really say anything. No, we need confidence. And we need Catholics who are magnetic in our own ways, not standoffish or proud about how we're sharing the faith, but the sheer force of their presence and the joy that is present in their lives make people want to be associated with them. So, truth. Here's what we're doing to help solve that. We're going to help, or we are helping, joyful young speakers and educators to teach more online, and we're going to bring them to you. We're helping to make catechism and workshops be more affordable so that you can get your questions answered. We dream of creating video teams to create courses and websites and armies of educators coming online. The JP2 generation is not the church of the future. It is the church today, and we need to listen to them and learn from them. So that's truth. 2, life. We're going to put Catholics to work. With COVID and debts and jobs and just doubt, there's a ton of work to be done, especially online. And for the first time in forever, we're not a nation at war. We can turn all of our efforts to solving Christian and humanitarian problems here and abroad. We can offer our services to each other to improve the lives of fellow men, and we can do it in a way that helps us to make income. So start living and serving with a global mindset. So we're working on a marketplace to help us do this. And lastly, magnetic. We're going to use more new media for the new evangelization so that everyone can check in, stay connected, share the message, be a witness. The world needs what we have to give. We need to share the gospel for the smartphone generation because millions of people are coming online. And our example is less than stellar. Comm boxes are just basically flame wars for trolls. The sad thing is that good people are quiet, as we should be, but it leaves the loud-mouthed, negative Nellies, the minority, sour the wine for the rest of us. And I refuse to let that continue to be the norm. We need to stand up to be modern, smart Catholics. We need blue-collar answers with black-collar backup, and black collars being the priests. We're in a new age that we've never seen in the history of mankind. And that's why we have to be a light from an Easter fire, not heat from a burning pyre or a hidden candle. We are called to be yeast in bread, to make it rise, but not just yeast on its own that just sort of runs wild and turns into cancer. We need to let the life out, and that's the big plan. So how are we doing all of this? Well, we're starting with online events, and then we're building a community, and we're using these events to keep bringing people together, to provide training and resources. And then we want to give these people jobs and work. See, we're not counting down to the kingdom. We're building it now. We don't ever get to check out from the modern world. We need to check in and bring ourselves with it. So we're first responders. That's who Smart Catholics are. We're first responders. Imagine a cop, right? Or a firefighter hanging back from an emergency. We're not that. That's the bystander effect is one person chooses to respond to a problem and steps up to be counted. And that starts to create a ripple effect as more and more people start seeing this happen. That's what we're trying to do. It's all about renewal. We must renew in ourselves the living life of Christ. It's not just like a counterculture or a counter-revolution. That assumes always like a passive response to an evil action. We recognize that this temple of creation in which God rests, and he gave it to us to worship him in it. It's ours to defend. The culture sometimes feels like 9/11. And so the question is, what are you going to do? If you're standing and you're watching it crashing all around you, what are we going to do? We have to collaborate. We have to converse. We have to convert ourselves to be those living witnesses. What is my stake in all of this? It's super personal. I have a little family. I have a little girl. All the wars and economics and politics are supposed to be about creating that safe and stable, sane world for her to grow up in, and for your loved ones. If we're not building that, then what are we doing? The point of everything is that the strong serve the weak, because our master did, Christ himself. So the answer cannot be to fear the future and hide in the past. That time is done. The answer is not to demonize the past and throw out the Christ child with the bathwater on our way to the future. It's about being alive, present now. We need the church now. We're a field hospital made up of first responders. And sometimes we just need to stop talking, and we need to do what the monks did. They lived beautiful, creative, inspiring lives. They were magnetic. They converted people around them by their presence. People wanted to learn, what is the joy that is in you? I want that hope. I want to know the answers for the hope that is in you. If we have all the learning and no love, we have nothing. How do we know we have love? Well, maybe one little way is when people enjoy our company or are challenged by us, but know that when it comes down to it, they're always welcome with us afterwards. Then we begin to know, maybe I've got Christ's love alive in me. So I hope that you'll join our community for free. Get involved, make friends. You can also join our Premier Access. It's $10 a month to help us keep building this. Or you can send off one-off donations, whatever you're called to do. I hope you'll join us. I personally look forward to meeting you. May God richly bless you and yours, and remember that the world needs what you have to give.